Well, I think it's a really nice win for our team. I'm proud of our team because I thought there was a point in the second half where Wake Forest made a run and we had foul trouble and we had some obstacles we had to overcome, and we probably could have dropped our head a little bit, and we didn't. Our guys kept competing. They played extremely hard. Obviously, Cat was just difference maker today, and he did a tremendous job. Played at a high level. I thought we got some big baskets from Maverick, big baskets from Caleb. I thought in the first half, Malik had a couple I thought that were very timely. But great team win for us. Probably not our best defensive game, obviously, but we stepped up, made some shots. We got defensive stops late in the game when we had to get them, and that was probably the key for us in winning the game.
Being a little bit passive, maybe in the first half compared to aggressive in the second. Yeah. He said that all you told him really was get going.
Yeah.
Did you say much more to him than that?
Not a lot. I think at halftime, the only thing that, from my perspective, was I thought we walked the ball up the floor just about every trip, and therefore we were playing against their set defense. And I thought with Cat, if we could just really attack and get it running and push it at him, that he might have some opportunities to create some things before their defense got set up. And so I thought he was really good. The high and middle ball screens we used for him, he was just terrific there. And, he steps up and makes foul shots too. But he was a lot more aggressive. Just the way, he attacked the defense getting the ball up the floor. I thought it made a difference for him in how he played in the second half.
Middle of the second half, Bryant Crawford had a layup to make it 70-foot, would put him up 6. Abu blocks it, sets up a transition jumper by Cody.
Yeah.
And then the next 4 possessions, each time Cat got the line for 2 free throws. Yeah. Talk about the importance of that block. And then have you ever seen a player get fouled 4 consecutive possessions in the middle of the game?
Well, I thought a couple things. The block was huge, the timing of the block, and at that point in the game it was a key play for us. There wasn't any question about that. I think with the fouls, both teams dealt with a lot of foul trouble issues. As soon as Mitiglu got his 4th, we went right at him. We wanted to go at him and see if we could get him to pick up his 5th, which we did. That was a good thing for us. But we had to deal with some. We had a lot of guys with foul trouble. We had to kind of overcome that. Tough game, I think, for both teams in that regard.
When a team essentially guards Cat one-on-one, what is your thought process when you actually see that? It's been a while since you've seen that.
Well, I think with Cat and the emphasis this year on hand checking on the guards, hand checking him. He just becomes a really difficult player to guard in that regard. And today, he ended up on the foul line a lot. And we've had some games where he hasn't. If especially in the middle of the floor, whether it's isolation for him or if he's got a ball screen in that regard, he's gotten better and better at kind of recognize how to play from there. And but his ability to go to the foul line, he's now making the 3. He's confident with his 3-point shot, getting to the rim, making hard, tough shots. I thought in the second half today he was just unbelievable.
Maybe not so much during the game, but maybe when you go back and watch film, do you ever catch yourself just kind of like turn to a fan, just kind of amazed at some of the things he does on the floor out there?
I don't really do that. It's interesting for me. I really don't ever know. He's had this stretch where he's, I don't know. I think in the last 5 games, somebody told me he's averaging 33. I don't know if that's correct or not, but there are times I'm not real sure how many points he has. I know he's got a lot, and I know he's scoring, but he's doing it pretty efficiently. And we're just in that mode as we got to get a basket on this trip. And whether it's him taking it to the basket or finding somebody else. Obviously he's the catalyst. He's the guy that's making it all happen for us. He just, then I get to the end of the game, I look at the stat sheet, and sometimes I go, whoa, wow. He really did, have a terrific game. Even though you know it, you just don't know exactly how much sometimes.
Any of this you think have something to do with Thursday getting his number retired, going up there? There's a lot of Ronald Curry stuff up there, but there's no Cat Barber stuff up there either.
Well, Thursday was a really fun night. I was glad that I was able to be there and watch it. And Cat is a very beloved guy there in his hometown, and you could tell that with the fans. The same way here, he's such a likable popular, person. So I don't know if that carried over or not. Didn't in the first half. You got going the second half. But it was a good week. It was a good night on Thursday for him, and then he backs it up today with a great game. So he's playing as well as anybody in this conference for sure. I mean, we've got other great players, there's no question, but it's hard to argue right now that he's not playing as good or better than anybody in our league, and he's doing it every single night. So he's just been terrific.
Since we're probably not going to see you tomorrow, Virginia is a completely different animal than what you'll see today.
Yep.
They'll double the post and all their other usual defensive stuff.
Yep.
How do you kind of turn the page and get ready for just a different game?
Yeah, it's a quick turnaround for us. Obviously, you play Saturday, Monday, and they do too. They play at Duke today, so it's hard for both teams. But it's a quick turnaround for us and for them. And in a quick turnaround, there's some principles and things that you can try to prepare for, but obviously we don't have 3 or 4 days of practice to really get ourselves ready. So hopefully by this point in the season, you've seen most everything. You've played against a lot of different styles, and that can help you, help us maybe on Monday night. But it's going to be a difficult game. They're very, very good. We understand that. We know that. But it's a quick turnaround for them too. And they got to get ready to play us, quickly as well. So we'll see.